Naomi Campbell, walk. Naomi Campbell, walk. Let me see you do the Naomi Campbell walk. Naomi Campbell, walk. Naomi Campbell, walk. Let me see you do the Naomi Campbell walk. Hey. But let me stop. Anyways, welcome to the Barbie Life 2.0 podcast. I'm your host, Shakira, aka Barbie 2.0. And today we are going to get into some things because I'm sick and tired. And I want to address it now. So anyways, Tyler Perry had to open his big old mouth and start saying a whole bunch of rubbish online, basically telling black women to settle. And I'm just looking like, Tyler, who asked you? Like, I'm sorry. You spent your whole career literally acting like the stereotypical black woman and making a bunch of movies about struggle love. And you think we're going to take advice from you? Boy, anyways, let me play the clip. Hold up.
Especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men. Right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody to, they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people who have.
Like, we all know that when you are a woman and you make more than your man, especially a black man, he's going to be heavily insecure about it. I don't care if he's secure in himself. He's not going to be secure in the fact that his woman makes more money than him. And that shit is going to reflect the relationship. He's literally just going to start acting insecure towards his woman and projecting his insecurities onto his woman, which is going to hold that black woman back. So why are we even entertaining this? Like, you already know how it is. You know how it is, Tyler. Like, you know. When we date down, especially when we date down in the black community, it never works out. These men stay insecure and they project their insecurities onto their woman and they try to drag their woman to their level instead of improving themselves and upgrading themselves to their woman's level. So what are we even talking about, Tyler? What are we talking about? Even Tiffany Haddish was on some shit where she was like making a documentary about how rich women are dating homeless men. Like, girl, what actors did you hire to be a part of this film? Because no rich woman is out here comfortable dating a homeless man. And she over here like, oh, well, you got to find out what is good about him within and what his heart is like. Damn, fuck his heart. I don't give a fuck about his heart. You can't do shit for me and satisfy me as a woman if you make $0 a year while I'm making money. I don't care what's in your heart. First of all, if you're broke, and this is my thing. Y'all encourage these black men to keep dating by telling black women to settle, when really you should be telling these black men to lay off the women for a little bit until they get their shit together. Because I'm sorry, if you're a broke ass man, why are you focused on dating and fucking women? That should not be your focus. Your focus should be getting financially stable. But the problem is there's people like Tyler Perry and Tiffany Haddish convincing black women to settle, and some black women actually end up falling for it. So then these black men think that women like myself who ask for a date are asking for too much. Because there's black women out there who will give their all to a man over a come over text. But my thing is, like, I don't understand the obsession with trying to make black women settle so much. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Like, seriously. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Do y'all tell white women that they should settle? Because last time I checked, anytime a white girl marries a black man, it's always when he's at his best and when he's rich as hell. You think Kim Kardashian was going to marry Kanye while he was broke and didn't have any money? You think Kanye would have had a chance with Kim then? Or you think Kanye had a chance with Kim when he was a multi-million-dollar rapper? Let's be real. Like, y'all don't say this to any other group but us. We're tired of settling. We're tired. First of all, black women are the most educated in America. Okay, we are getting degrees after degrees. We are getting associates, bachelors, doctorates, PhDs, you name it. And let's take a look at the average earnings for a black man, okay? Okay, so from age group 20 to 29, we have $19,900. From 30 to 39, we have $34,000. For 40 to 49, we have $47,900. And from 50 to 59, we have $48,000. Like, you can't even get yourself a sugar daddy that's black for real. It's not going to be a hot, like 50 to 59, the average is 48,000. Seriously? What am I supposed to do with $48,000? Eat breadcrumbs? Let's be real. The average black woman has her own house, her own car, a degree, and makes a good amount of money. So what is that woman supposed to do with the man who's making $48,000? $48,000, shit, I was making that at like 16, working at Chipotle. Black women, let me tell you something right now. Stop listening to these celebrities try so hard to make you feel like you need to lower your standards because black men are not stepping it up. They need to be telling black men to step up their game and get their shit together. Because black men, all they do is get online and talk about how they want a submissive woman, yet they want a woman to go 50-50 with them. That don't make no sense. So you want a woman to tap into her masculine and feminine energy while being submissive to you? You want a woman to go out, go to work, contribute to bills, and then come home, clean after your dirty ass, cook for you and all that? Hell no. Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Boy, bye. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this. We're tired. We're tired. We're tired of struggle love. We're tired of being the man of the house. We're tired of being independent. We want a man who's going to lead. And I'm telling you, a man who makes less than us is not going to lead. No man who makes less than the woman is going to be comfortable with it. He's always going to be insecure about it because men have egos. That's something you can't run away from. All men have egos. There's no way a man would be comfortable dating a woman who makes more money than him without projecting his insecurities on her. There is no way. And there's no way a woman can actually feel satisfied and fulfilled dating a man who makes way less than her. Let me tell y'all something. I was dating a guy once, right? And literally, I was 20. I was 20 at the time, and he was 21. Okay? And this man didn't go to college, and he was just working at a regular job making $16 an hour for 3 straight years. And I literally asked him, I was like, so you didn't want to go to school? You didn't want to get a certification? And he was literally like, no, like all I need is to make 16 an hour and I could get Section 8 and I could get the government to help me pay for my car. And he was satisfied with that. And I literally told him, I was like, bro, I'm sorry, but I go to one of the top business schools in the country. I'm graduating 2 years early. As soon as I graduate, I'm going to be making $65,000 or more. So I'm really like, I don't see a future for us because you haven't done anything to improve your income. You want to be making $16 an hour and living off Section 8 until you're 40? I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. There's no future for us. And honestly, I felt bad because he was a good guy. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? And then it's like, he did project his insecurities onto me, high key, because he knew that I was better than him and I had more than him. And he was high key dragging me down with him, making me miss interviews, making me get into all these activities that was throwing me off focus from my grind. And I was like, hell no. So I had to break up with him because I was like, no, like, I'm not about to be dating no man who's literally comfortable with making $16 an hour and living off Section 8 for the rest of his life. When I'm a whole educated woman, graduating college 2 years early with a paid off car. And like, no, you see the connection here? There's no way I can have a future with you. It's not going to happen. So a guy could be a good person. There's good people everywhere. But at the end of the day, can he satisfy you? And it's okay to have standards. And it's okay to have high standards. Because I'm a woman of high standards. I like to go to expensive restaurants. I like to go get filet mignons. I like to go get a nice pasta and lobster. That's how I am. And I'm not sorry about it. So if you can't give me that type of lifestyle, I don't want it. And the reason why I can require that lifestyle from a man is because I can give that lifestyle to myself. So why would I get with a man who can't even live up to the lifestyle that I can give myself? That don't even make no sense. We're not asking for too much. Okay? We're not asking for too much for you to be financially stable. What if we end up having a kid? You see how all these black families are in broken families or broke families where the kids have to help their parents with bills? Or the kids have to pay their own bills, like when they go to college, and we see all these black kids working 1 job or 2 jobs to pay for college because their parents are too broke for it. That's not normal. And that's not normal in other communities. Other communities pass generational wealth down. Other communities have their parents financially support them until they're 25. We're the only community that does this BS where we have kids when we're not financially stable enough. And then these kids gotta pretty much be an adult for themselves at a young age. So if a black man is actively looking to fuck women all the time and he ends up popping out with a baby, is he gonna be financially stable to have that baby? Well, no. Because that broke ass man can't even take care of himself with his own income. How is he supposed to take care of a child and a woman? And that's why we see so many of these black men leave women to be single moms or baby moms because they financially cannot even do it. And they just running around with their broke ass dick, waving it everywhere for everybody to come in and be like, oh, you know what? I'll settle and I'll settle. No, girl, don't settle. Because you're going to end up with a broke ass baby dad. And then you're going to be crying because you gave up your youth for a man who can't even support you financially. Let's stop it. Okay. And let me speak to my dark-skinned women too. There is no reason you should be limiting yourself to black men. There is no reason at all. If you are a dark-skinned black woman, there is no reason to only date black men when they're coming with $48,000 a year in earnings. Ain't no way. As a dark-skinned woman, you already know that our choices are limited because our community is extremely colorist. Okay? So the chances of you finding a financially stable black man who loves dark-skinned women is slim to none. So there is no reason for you to be dating black men exclusively. I don't want to tell you what to do with your dating life, but one day you will definitely realize that dating black men exclusively is only making your chances at finding love and a healthy relationship way harder than what it needs to be. Every dark-skinned woman will come to realize that one day. Because I know I did. And I'm only 20. So, it ain't take me that long into the dating scene to realize it. I'm going to play a clip for y'all. Hold on 1 second. So this guy, he's a relationship therapist. And he's actually super sweet. I've talked to him on Instagram. And he's really, really nice. And he basically helps black women find love in healthy relationships. And he did a video where he explained the statistics about black women dating black men exclusively and how you are making your chances of finding a healthy relationship slim to none when you have standards. Because let's be real, when you have standards as a dark-skinned woman, meaning you want a man who makes at least 6 figures, you want a man who has a degree, you want a man who has his own house and his own car, your chances are pretty much like 0.02. Because the amount of black men that already have those things is very little. And then you shorten your chances even more with the amount of black men who have those things who actually date dark-skinned women. Let's be real. All these famous, successful black men, who do you see them dating? So is a light skin or a non-black. Just saying. So let's be real with ourselves. Okay? But let me play this clip for y'all. Hold up.
My name's Anwar. I'm a dating coach for black women. And so often I hear about black women who are just focused on dating black men. And I wanted to break down the numbers because I was an undergrad statistics major. So I look at love quantitatively and qualitatively. So I wanted to break it down to let you know how difficult you are making your love life be just by focusing on black men. Okay? So for every 100 men, 13% of those men are black. So you have 13 men out of 100. Now, 80% of those guys are not going to be ready for a relationship. That's across the board. Any color of guy, they're just not going to be ready if they're single. Yeah, so we go from 13 to 3. Now, if we take into account unemployment, underemployment, gay, and in prison, you are looking at 2 out of every 100 men, 2 black men out of every 100 men that are going to be bare minimum available for a relationship. So that's 1 out of 50, okay? 1 out of 50. Now, I want to talk about the talented 10th qualities that so many of you all are looking at, right? He's got to be 6 feet or taller. He's got to have a graduate degree, 6 figures. When you have that criteria, you are looking at 1 out of every 250 men, okay? Now, if you just look at everybody, right, and you do the same math, the same statistics, 1 out of every 7 guys is ready for a relationship. So if you're focusing on just black guys, bare minimum, it's 7 times harder. If you are focused on the talented 10th, you are making it 35 times harder to get your guy.
And the number that he just calculated for the amount of black men that you actually have to choose from as a black woman with standards was already super low. So you think as a dark-skinned woman it's not going to be even lower? Knowing how colorist our community is? But there has to come a time for you to finally realize that black men cannot be saved. Literally. Do you see how everybody is finding excuses for them right now? And literally looping around black men's problems to tell black women to settle? Because they don't want to hold black men accountable? Black men are never, ever held accountable for their toxic ass patterns when it comes to relationships. So why even put yourself in a position to exclusively date black men if you know that you're just going to end up settling? Because most of them do not live up to what you can provide or what you expect. And they're never, ever held accountable for their toxic patterns in relationships. So they're never going to improve. So once you realize that black men are never going to get on their shit, they're never going to improve themselves because no one holds them accountable for their toxic patterns in relationships, that's when you're going to realize there is no reason for me to be limiting myself to black men because I'm just going to make my chances shorter and black men are not going to be improving themselves in the time being anyways. So you're going to be out here searching for love with a black man with all them standards that you have, the standards that you should rightfully have, because there's nothing wrong with having standards, okay? In other communities, a man having his own house, his own car, and a degree is normal. That is normal. I'm Senegalese and Guinean American, and I'm telling you right now, if I brought a man to my African mom while he had no degree or wasn't striving for one, no house and no car, my mom would literally shun him away from the family. And if I continue to date him, shun me away from the family too. So just to let you know, these low standards that y'all got going on, it's literally within the black community in America. No other community accepts that shit. Other communities got standards. And the reason why black men have not improved is because people make so many excuses for them. People make excuses for black men lacking. They make excuses for black men diving into toxic patterns in relationships. So they're never going to improve. So you're just going to be searching for a black love for a while. You're going to be searching for black love for a while until you find one who can actually financially support you and love you at the same time. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's going to be a lot harder to find it. especially because black men are not changing and they're not going to work to improve either. If they were working to improve, maybe there would be some hope, but we see how many people right now are making excuses for them and not holding them accountable for their BS, and instead blaming black women for having standards. So I don't see them improving anytime soon. Girl, please stop limiting yourself. Date out. I'm not saying exclude black men from your dating pool, because I know I haven't, but at the same time, child, limiting yourself to black men is really, you just gonna be looking for love for a real long time until somebody holds these black men accountable. And black women can't hold these black men accountable because we just get called aggressive and we get called spoiled and we just get told that we're asking for too much. And it's very little black men out there who actually hold black men accountable. So it's like ain't no change anytime soon with them. So if there's no change with them, girl, you gotta change up your shit. If black men are not going to change, then change your dating life and your dating lifestyle. Don't wait on no man to change. Every time a girl gets in a relationship with a man that's not shit, y'all always say, oh, you shouldn't wait for a man to change. You shouldn't wait. You should just find you a man who's already emotionally mature. This is the same concept. Stop looking for black love, hoping that these black men are collectively going to change, because it's not going to happen. We've been saying this for years. We've been telling them this for years. We've been telling them to get their shit together for years. They have not listened. They're still not listening. And not only that, they're even more delusional because they're asking for us to be submissive while also going 50-50 with them, which is absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, bitch behavior, if you ask me. So there is no point in sitting here looking for black love, hoping that these men are going to change. They're not. And it gets me so angry because we run into this conversation every single week. And the answer is always the same. Black men are not doing enough, so you expect black women to settle. We're tired. I'm not doing it. I refuse. I refuse to look this good and be this educated and this hardworking and settle. It's not happening. And it should not happen for you either. Okay? But yeah, guys, that is the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry I got a little heated up in there, but you know, I'm sorry. I don't take BS like that. It's just, we're not doing that today. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get into the layers one more time. Let's get into the bangs. Let's get into Naomi Campbell. We got the cheetah on. Cause who said dark-skinned girls aren't the baddest? Who said we aren't the baddest? Cause last time I checked, woo! Today I had a photo shoot for a hairstylist. She's a celeb hairstylist. She's super nice. And yeah, I got my makeup done today. Popped out with the bangs. You know, I was on my Naomi Campbell. And if you like my makeup, make sure you go follow me on Instagram at a Barbie Life 2.0 because I will be posting the modeling pictures that I got from this day and a modeling vlog. And I think some of you guys would definitely want to see that because the pictures ate. They ate. I'm going to show y'all one of the pictures. Hold up. Okay, because the hair is given. The makeup is given. It's all given. Okay. The yellow. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's all for this video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting me and subscribing. And I will see you guys very soon. Besos.